I'm changing the name of my YouTube channel, so stay tuned to find out why. Hello my beautiful friends, my name is Carrie Cox and welcome to my channel where I help people return to their personal power, let go of illusions, remember their soul plan, and raise their vibration. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button and smash that bell notification button so that you can be notified when future videos are released. When I started my YouTube channel a year ago, I knew that it was because I wanted to help people and get the information out that I was teaching my clients one-on-one. I wanted to share with more people. And so I knew that the first year was going to be more of a healing process for me than it was to make it big on YouTube. And based on my history, I knew that there was a blockage in my throat chakra that I needed to work out in order to come into more of the potential that I knew that I had available to me. And so this past year has all been about me trying to speak my own truth and to heal my own blocks around speaking my truth. And it's really opened me up, and I've done a lot of self-healing and reflecting, and I've just learned so much wisdom from the universe and my guides, but I didn't really understand the power that was in my own website name. And it was a name that was channeled several years ago, and when it was channeled, I understood it on a very surface level. And in this last month, opening myself up, I've really understood the depth of the meaning behind the power of three within. And so I wanted to share that with all of you and let you know that I am going to change my YouTube channel to say the power of three within, because that is my website name and that is where you will find me on Instagram. And just to keep everything branded and in flow, but then also because there really is a lot of power behind this name. I think that there was a reason why I was using my name. It was, for the first year, it was more of my healing process. So it was me coming into who I truly am, me learning lessons. So it really was more about me in the sense of it was part of my process to heal. And now that I have made the leap that I have made, I feel like it's time now that it's really not about my own healing anymore. I know who I am now, and I'm very comfortable in that and very comfortable with who I am now, and I'm not afraid of what people think of me anymore. There are people like me out there that are truth seekers. So if you are a truth seeker and you know that you are here in this time to speak truth, then you are part of my soul family. And one of the hardest blocks we have to overcome is the block that is in our throat chakra, right between our heart chakra and our throat chakra. There's a large block there for most people in my soul group, and in this lifetime, this is what we're trying to work towards, is releasing that block that's here so that we can speak truth. We are on different paths and we have different purposes of being here. And I thought it'd be great to start with the power that's just here in my own website name. And until recently, I didn't even understand the power that it carried. So I want to go over what this means, because the power that's behind the name really tells us kind of the secret, or it gives us messages and clues in how to heal ourselves. And how to heal ourselves on every level, not just the physical body or the mind, but on every level. A very important word to understand, because when you can understand what alchemy is, you will understand what this entire process we are all on in the evolution of all of our lifetimes, what we're trying to achieve. The goal that we're trying to achieve is freedom, and I'll explain later freedom from what. And the process to get to freedom is alchemy. So alchemy becomes hard to write sideways. Alchemy is the process that we're all going to go through to reach this freedom. And I had heard the word alchemy before, but I didn't really understand how that fit into our process of lifetimes. But it is part of this process. And so we're going to break down what these words mean. And we're going to start with the number 3. Because the number 3, there's so much symbolism around the number 3. You can find the number 3 in all ancient writings, teachings, religions, philosophies. It is a very powerful number. And when we created this name, what we were thinking was mind, body, spirit. And so I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of other things that could also fit here in this triangle that you will find in symbolism out there. 3 is associated to the Trinity. So we have Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Israel, the country favored by God, had 3 patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Before flooding the world, God had 3 righteous people that he had chosen, Noah, Enoch, and Abel. It's also the triad, being the number of the whole, as it contains the beginning, middle, and the end. The Taoists have the great triad, and they use heaven, human, and earth. Japanese has 3 treasures: truth, courage, compassion. There are 3 stages to life: the past, the present, and the future, or the beginning, middle, and end, or birth, life, and death. There are also 3 primary colors. Okay, so 3 has a lot of symbolism all throughout ancient history. And like I had said, we thought what we were talking about here was mind, body, spirit. If we dig deeper, there's also another process that happens here. And it is going to have a lot to do with where we're going in the future with videos. And a lot of ancient times knew this. From what I have learned this past month, really, when you're looking in terms of the universe versus us and our physical body, we are like a mirror of the universe. And so on all the things that I've been learning and rabbit holes I've been going down, I've realized that, you know, those Russian dolls that you open a big one and then they get smaller and smaller inside of one another, that is a great representation for what we are in comparison to the universe. There are all these different layers, and the picture gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's like you could take the smaller one and the bigger one, and they are like the same, but the circumstances start changing. That is exactly how this whole process of the universe is, and the whole process of life is. So they say there's a macrocosm and a microcosm, and what happens above does below. That is all because when you start looking at the big picture, you can't go right to the big picture and know who God is from the small, minute perspective. You have to build to get to that level, right? So when you're looking at just you, yourself, and your physical body, you could say you are a mind, you're a body, and you're a spirit. These 3 parts make up you, who you are, right? When we go to another level up, we can see that we're also made of energy, right? And these energies have positive and negative charges to them. So we have masculine energy, which is just the energy within us that is positively charged. And we have negative energy in us, and it's just negative charged energy. But then they have these words, these archetypes that are associated to the energy charges, and that's the masculine and the feminine. So we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. If we had the perfect blend of masculine and feminine energies within us, that is what God consciousness is. Okay, so God is a consciousness, it's an energy. And it is the perfect blend of masculine and feminine energies, positive and negative energies. When they are perfectly blended together, you have God consciousness. So now, if we take this on another level and look at this even further, down here in the 3D, we are experiencing duality. Telling you, it is hard to write sideways. We are experiencing duality. We see that we are separated because there is this illusion that we have been basically programmed to believe that there is separation. But God is not separation. God is unity, right? God consciousness up here is unity consciousness. Okay? But we down here in the 3D, a lot of us, not all of us, because we do have separate soul plans on why we're here, but the majority of people here see things as dual. They see things as polarity. They see things as opposites, okay? So by having positive and negative energies, we have what's called polarity, which is opposites. Opposites attract, right? So they attract one another. And we're all made of both of these parts. So don't think in terms of gender. Don't think in terms of multiple people. Just take yourself. You have masculine energy and feminine energy within you. If you didn't, you wouldn't be here, because that's a whole nother, because when you go higher up the levels and you see what the universe is, you would understand even more on a bigger level, but we'll someday get there. So the goal to spiritual freedom, the goal to having to, basically the goal of getting off the hamster wheel of having to keep coming back to earth over and over and over again, is to reach unity consciousness on an individual level. And when we can all reach unity consciousness on a group level, on a collective conscious level, then we've all reached heaven. And heaven is symbolism, but we'll talk about that later too. So down here we have duality, we have polarity, we have opposites. Understanding this is key to understanding your spiritual evolution and process in what you need to do in order to achieve unity consciousness. So this is a quick rundown. We will go later in future videos, we will go deeper into this. What really, in the power of 3 within, what the 3 really means. The 3 means unity consciousness. Okay? It means we are one. And this is what you realize when you go within. You cannot see this from the outside because everything is duality. Everything is opposite. And right now, we are so separated and divided, all you see is the separation. So you cannot look externally outside of yourself to find this. This is something you have to find within. Okay, so let's talk about the word power, because, okay, we know that we're striving for unity consciousness. So the key is, let me start working on my positive and negative energies. Let me find balance and harmony. That's going to be the key to all healing. And we know we're going to do that work within. But what does power mean? Power is the gift that we were all given upon birth. We all have this power, okay? This power is a gift. It's a gift from the universe. But in order to use your gift, you have to remove the blocks. Because if these energies are out of balance due to limited beliefs, old programming, old negative thoughts and judgments of yourself, you can't see the gift. Because the gift lies where these two energies come together, at our heart chakra. The gift is in our hearts. We have the throat chakra right above the heart chakra. And we have the solar plexus. So in the solar plexus, you will find negatively charged energy. And in the throat chakra, you are going to find positive charged energy. And the energy bands, because they're more like waves, start to kind of bleed into one another. And as the solar plexus, which is the frequency of yellow, because sound is just color, and the throat is blue, and yellow and blue, when this negative and this positive come together, they produce green. They make the color green, right? If you were looking at a color chart. And they make the heart center, which is a blend of both positive and negative energies, which is unity consciousness. So we can find unity consciousness in our heart, right? Which means that we have a gift in there, and it's power. And the power is from the heart. Our power is the ability to manifest. So we have this gift of manifestation. And when we are aware that we can actually manifest what we desire instead of if we feel like life's just giving us crap, well, that's because you have so much crap blocking here that you're manifesting crap. You're manifesting the same cycles over and over and over again. If you want to manifest what your heart desires, you need to have a state of unity consciousness within your heart in order for your heart to open and you manifest your desires. That is your power. And because we have free will, the power can go into the wrong place which we will totally go into detail in future videos, but if we have the gift of manifesting, that means we're manifesting everything in our electromagnetic frequency around us, which some people call the aura. And that's where the mind is. And if your mind is not healthy, your body will manifest based off of your free will, manifest that disease. And that is the key to healing. It is to understand this and to use the process of alchemy to raise your vibration, to alchemize the energies here so that you have balanced negative energy, balanced positive energy coming together at the heart center to make unity consciousness. And when you do that, we can manifest and live a life that is full of love and joy, because that's what unity consciousness is. It's unconditional love. And unconditional love does exist. It's just really hard to find because most of us have been conditioned to have beliefs, and those beliefs are making love conditional. When you lose those beliefs and you get rid of and you cut all these cords and attachments to all these things, to material possessions, to people, to ideas, to beliefs, and you let go of all of that, you are gaining freedom. And through that freedom, your energies are balancing and alchemizing, and you are manifesting abundance, whatever it is you want. This is the key. I wanted to share this with you because the whole time this gift for me has been here this whole time, and I didn't even understand it. And that's the beautiful thing about this process of life and growing and evolving and shedding these things from your chakras and raising your vibration is along the way. Every moment along the way is another layer of understanding, and it's another layer of excitement, of aha, because you understand something on a bigger level, and it just keeps building and building and building. And if you're here with me on my channel, then you're on a good path. You're on a path to figuring this out for yourself so that you can come in to who you truly are. And when you work on raising your vibration, you are giving yourself the power to manifest and open your heart and basically turn lead into gold, because that's what alchemy is. It's turning lead into gold. And so by opening your heart and manifesting, you're turning your heart from green to gold, because most of us have hardened hearts. We've had heartbreak, loss, guilt, grief. All those things are held here in the heart center, and it hardens our heart. And when we release those walls and we release the attachments to these emotions that we're carrying around, and we balance our energies, we literally turn our heart from green to gold. And this is something we've been doing for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. And we keep getting it wrong, and we keep coming back, and when we come back, we bring all that stuff with us if we hadn't healed it in the previous life. And the more you start shedding away and opening your heart, the more you go within, the more you will start to remember those past lives. In this last month, I have remembered all of my past lives. I've actually mapped it out. I haven't dived into each one to know what I did in that lifetime, but you will start to remember things because you are creating space within your electromagnetic field. It's no longer all mucked up from if you've got too much negative energy or too much dense energy in your field, which we will talk more about on this channel, then you can't access this. And so it starts with learning stuff like this so we know why we're on this path and we're not just spilling out fancy words. And we all have this information we carry with us in our aura. We just need to open the door to access it.